I hear all this talk about, oh, I like to play hard. Oh yeah, when's the last time you went hard on your miniature basing? So strap in, buck. I'm about to show you how to paint some rocks. So we're starting off first with a coat of black primer, making sure to get it into all those cracks and crevices, and then doing a directional spray of white primer to establish our light source. And then we're airbrushing in some greens to get a nice coating on those grass tufts, making sure that we hit the undersides too, so that we have a nice, easy finishing process with just some simple highlights later. And then we're coming in here with some raw umber to create some nice brown undertones to the rocks and the ground, and then we can come back over it afterwards with some grays to get more of that stony look. And we're about ready to start some brushwork, so let's go in there with some raw umber, and we're going to get a nice diluted mix of this, just kind of washing it into the cracks and applying it over the ground and the stone just to work in some of those brown tones that we lost with the gray airbrushing. Then I'm just coming in here with some sap green hue just to tone down the intensity of the greens on the grass and make them feel a little bit more natural. Let's start rendering some rocks. We're coming in here with the graphite, which is about a mid to light gray, and we're going to liberally hit the upward facing parts of the stone using the flat edge of the brush to create a bit of a textured finish. We're going to continue doing that on the ground as well. And again, this is not quite dry brushing, but we are still trying to focus our brush on those raised parts of the textured ground. Now time to step up the brightness of our highlights by mixing in some Titan buff into our previous gray mix, and we're just focusing on a smaller surface area and again picking out those edges. And for our sharpest highlight, we're coming in with some snow blue. And this is again using the very tip of the brush to pick out only the sharpest edges of the rock. Alright, let's not forget about our grasses. We're going to need some ice yellow for our highlight color here, mixing it into our previous sap green to create our highlight color. And then we're really just going in here and picking out the edges of the grasses. And for a fun twist here, I wanted to make some kind of dead tips to the grasses. So I applied a warm brown color and then highlighted that up with a yellow, just to create a fun and a little bit of a different looking effect than just straight green grass. But after all that, it was feeling a little bit too dull, so I decided to bring back some grass green and mix it into the sap green. And I'm just going to take this color and wash it back over the highlights of my grass tufts, and then adding a little bit into the ground around them as well, and a little bit into the rocks. And just spreading it around like this, I feel like makes the different parts of the base feel more cohesive. And then all we need to finish things off is just a nice clean coat of black around those base rims, and we are ready to rock and roll. And guys, honestly, painting rocks shouldn't be this fun, but it is.